And if Kylian Mbappe's come in, Vinny Jr. there, I never understood why he thought he wasn't going to lose game time, to be honest with you. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description and enter the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. Craig, what's the Rodrygo news? Oren, we'll get there, bro. Relax. We've a long time to get through it. And you know what? I'll go to it now for you, mate, because you've asked so nicely. Let me just scroll down till I get to the news for you. Graham Bailey and HITC have said that the representatives of Rodrigo have warned him about a possible lack of game time and are saying that Liverpool chiefs have asked about the 23-year-old situation. Sport, who are a Spanish outlet, said the player is unconvinced by attempted reassurances from the club as to his standing within Carlo Ancelotti's squad, and he's fearful over how much of a role he'll have to play given the arrival of Kylian Mbappe. And can you blame him? You know, he's only just really started to establish himself regularly in the Real Madrid starting 11 over the past 18 months. And if Kylian Mbappe's come in, Vinny Jr. there, I never understood why he thought he wasn't going to lose game time, to be honest with you. I can understand all the comments from Rodrigo about not wanting to leave Madrid because, you know, I'm sure it's a dream to play there, but in some weird hype world, I can see a possibility for this. I said it in my Discord group earlier on, and I caveated it by saying I am probably delusional. But there is a world where I could see Rodrigo at Liverpool. It's a post-Mohamed Salah world, but it's a world that I could see happening. We did try to sign him previously for about £3 million when he was at Santos. He turned us down. He stayed at Santos and eventually moved to Real Madrid. The rest, as they say, is history. But if you could get him for a decent fee and not the €150 million that Real Madrid apparently value him at, I think he'd be incredible. And it would be a real statement signing. But we're a long, long way from something like that becoming a possibility. But it is interesting that the narrative is now starting to change about his minutes and his future at Real Madrid. I would still prefer Kudus, said Arman. Yes, Kudus is a good player. Absolutely no doubt about that. And you know what you have to pay for him as well. There's an £85 million release clause in his West Ham contract that I think it was Florian Plettenberg that said is active this summer. So yeah, that's true. Well, we're talking about Real Madrid actually. Another mad one coming from the same outlet, Graham Bailey and HITC, saying that Liverpool are interested in a loan for Arda Guler. Now, I don't like the idea of that. If Liverpool were to sign Arda Guler on loan, I would want there to be a cast iron option to buy at the end of it that can't be wiggled out of if Liverpool want to trigger it. You know what? I looked at the deal that the Real Madrid did with Arsenal for Odegaard as a really good example of, if you are going to get a player from Madrid, maybe do it that way. I still can't believe they got him, by the way, Odegaard. It still ruffles my feathers. But look, I don't think we need to go after Arda Guler, to be honest, and I certainly don't want him on a loan unless there is a concrete way of buying him at the end of it. But I think it's I think it's very, very unlikely, in all honesty. Guler would be a great loan signing. See, I don't like loan signings personally, Ben, because let's say you bring in somebody on loan and they play well, and then you don't buy them. You've got a deficiency in your squad and you've kind of just improved the player for another club. If you do buy him, it's great, but it also takes away from another signing that summer. So it'll feel like you're buying a player that isn't improving a team after a season because you've already got used to him a little bit, if you get me. I don't like loan deals, to be honest, unless they're for younger players going away from Liverpool. Maybe I'm just scarred as well from some of the really ridiculous loans that we have had for like Ozan Kabak, Arthur Melo and whatnot. And Stephen Calker as well, actually. Yeah, now that I think about it, we haven't exactly been brilliant in the loan market. Arda and Rodrigo going nowhere. You know, I mean, George, I get it if you're a Madrid fan and you want to come in and pretend like they're not going anywhere. I get it. But ultimately, I can't see a world that even a club like Real Madrid can keep Vini, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Valverde, Mbappe. I can't see a world that you keep all them happy with Endrick coming in as well. And Arda. It doesn't feel realistic, mate. And with all the best intentions in the world, they're going to want to play. And they're not going to want to sit on the bench. So I can't see you not cashing in on one or two players over the next season. Is the Rodrigo links legit? So the thing about Rodrigo is, initially, my instinct would be to say, no, they aren't legit. But there's a couple of things to take into consideration. One, we have history of trying to sign Rodrigo. We tried to sign him for 3 million quid when he was at Santos. Now, he turned us down, stayed at Santos, and eventually moved to Real Madrid. And then we have to take into account the situation at Real Madrid. And the piece today said that his representatives are concerned that he won't get enough game time to continue his progression at Real Madrid. Now, the player himself, we've seen lots of quotes from him to say he loves Real Madrid, he wants to stay at Real Madrid, and he's no intention of leaving Real Madrid. But if his agent is starting to get in his ear and brief about concern about minutes, I don't see how they're going to satisfy those minutes, because you don't bring in Endrick, Mbappe, Bellingham, then have Vinicius Jr., Valverde, Rodrigo, obviously. I don't see how you keep all them happy. And he's had a good season with Real Madrid. So, is it realistic? I would say 5 out of 10. Because Real Madrid would have to firstly lower their valuation. And the briefings on the valuation to the media seem to have been about 150 million euro, which is somewhere about 125 million pound. And I can't see us paying that. 100 million euro, if you sold Salah, maybe. But I still think it's unlikely, because he's made that transition. You know, if we had got him at Santos, we'd have been sitting here going, oh my God, what a player we've got for 3 million quid. But now that he's gone to Real, won everything there, announced himself to the world stage, I don't know, it doesn't strike me as the type of FSG signing. Although, weirdly, I started this stream by saying I'm probably deluded, but the back of my mind I have this daydream of us actually going for him. What are his wages? Don't know. Off the top of my head, mate, don't know. So, the thing about Diaz as well is, he's not on huge money at Liverpool. So, if Barcelona do come in for him, you know, they would be able to talk realistically to him about wages as well. So, Liverpool are really calm about the situation because we've got 3 years left on his contract. He's not a huge earner at the club, so we don't need to worry about that. But I do think he departs this summer. I really do. I know some media are burying their heads in the sand, but I think as soon as Barca come and knock it, that's when the fun starts. And I can see a way he leaves. So, quick Google search, Connor says Rodrigo's earning somewhere between 130 and 200 grand a week. And that would be on his new deal as well, because I think if my memory's right, Rodrigo signed a new deal at Real Madrid last season.